She hops out. I get out. It's a group of white dudes. The first thing I see my girl pointing at one of them. The dude runs up and smacks her hand. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I come around the front of the joint. Next thing you know, I'm surrounded by 5 white dudes. They're chest bumping me, calling me N-word, this and that. But like, I remember, I was down at the ocean front, as a matter of fact, and I had a cop just tell me to shut up on some bullshit, and I didn't even do anything wrong, and I was just like, yo, like, fuck you tell me to shut up for? And he started talking some shit like, yo, you had something to drink, and I'm like, way earlier, I'm not drunk, and I really wasn't. Senior, whatever, nigga. But next thing you know, man, my man Damon, he's like, yo, Will, don't even sweat that cop and this and that. And I was like, yeah, I ain't sweating him. And yo, just me saying that, fucking cop walks over and tells me to put my hands behind my back. And I'm like, for what? And he's like, because you don't know how to shut up when you're told. Tall ass geeky motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? Real skinny, nerdy, big nose, fucking mustache and shit. Real geeky ass looking dude and shit, man. No offense if you look like that. But he was a real geeky looking dude that, probably got bullied back in the day, and then now he just wants to be a fucking dickhead to everybody and shit. You know what I'm saying? He said Bill Hader. Yeah, kind of like that. Fucking a roughneck Bob Saget and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, this motherfucker like tells me I'm under arrest because I don't know how to shut up when I'm told. Drives me down to the station. We get down there. Yo, Remos, good look on the follow. We get down to the station and I'm like, yo, I don't understand why I'm being arrested. I was like, I didn't say anything disrespectful to you, the other officer, da 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 da. He's like, I said, I don't understand why you telling people to shut up. I was like, I don't understand why that's necessary. He's like, I didn't tell you to shut up. I asked you to be quiet. You just don't remember because you're intoxicated. I was like, you motherfucker. And so he put me in a cell, man. I sat in that fucking cell. And like I said, yo, like, that's not a life I could live, man. I mean, granted, hey, if it came down to it and I had to run down on somebody because of somebody I love and shit, then that'd be the life I get. But yo, I'm not trying to look at no cinder block and metal and all that shit, man. Like, them motherfuckers ain't getting me no more, man. Fuck them. Fuck them, man. Like, I ain't trying to see no more courtrooms. I ain't trying to see no more police cars. None of that shit, man. Like, I'm trying to ride this thing out happy. You know what I'm saying? So fuck that. Look, I'm still saying, you know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. He said VB cops are tyrants. And yo, Hamilton, for real, true shit, they have been. And they've been a nightmare to me trying to come up and raise my kids here in Virginia Beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, being a young parent and really struggling. And that was back when you had to have the inspection sticker and the city sticker. And I remember, like, my inspection sticker expired. But, like, I ain't had the money to get the car fixed. You know what I'm saying? We broke. We just trying to get by. And so I had to go to work. And I'm sneaking. The neighborhood I lived in is one way in, one way out. And so, like, if there's a cop in the neighborhood, you're going to drive by. There's no way around it. And this chick caught me 2 times in 1 week driving with an expired inspection sticker. In 1 week. Because I'm broke. I couldn't go get the car fixed in the same week. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a break. But she caught me that second time, and I'll be damned if she didn't radio in and ask if she could arrest me. She asked if she could take me to jail because it was her second time. And the bitch was yelling at me on the side of the road and shit like I was a little kid. I'm a grown fucking man. You know what I'm saying? Yelling at me. But I've always gotten that energy from Virginia Beach police, right? But then next thing you know, on the flip side, I'm riding with my girl, and she got this little ass Volkswagen Golf, and this fucking big ass truck flies up behind us, gets right on our ass and shit, lighting up the whole car, trying to be funny. My girl flicks them off. All of a sudden, I don't even see what's happening. Apparently, one of them tried to throw a can at the car. All I know is my girl's like, she slams on the brake. Next thing you know, we're on the side of the road. She hops out. I get out. It's a group of white dudes. The first thing I see my girl pointing at one of them. The dude runs up and smacks her hand. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I come around the front of the joint. Next thing you know, I'm surrounded by 5 white dudes. They're chest bumping me, calling me N-word, this and that, da 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 da, all up in my face. And they're like all talking shit to my girl, like she's a dude and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like on some crazy shit, right? So I'm even though I'm surrounded by these dudes, I can't get over this nigga smacking my girl's hand. And so I'm talking cash shit to this nigga. And I'm like, y'all beat your fucking ass. And he's like, you heard what he said, guys? He said he'll beat our ass. I'm like, no, but you know what I'm saying? So we going back and forth and shit. Next thing you know, the main tall dude, like, he notices there's all these cars stopped watching. So all of a sudden he's like, you know what? Oh, it's cool. It's cool. They hop back in the truck. Boom, they speed off. I was heated, but it was what it was until my girl told me that when I got out of the car, before I got out of the car, when she first got out and the dude was walking up to her, the same dude that smacked her hand, before he smacked her hand, he tried to throw his beer at her face. Yo, XEH2O, good look on the follow. He tried to throw his beer at her face. And then she points out the can, right? I go over, I pick this can up. This can is half full. So he tried to split her fucking face open. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I don't ever call the cops. I hate the cops. But we're going to call them right now. We're calling them. So I called, and we hopped in the car, and we get behind this truck, and I'm like, yo, this is what happened. They surrounded us. They tried to throw a can in my girl's face. Yeah, okay, well, we need you to pull over. We need you to pull over and meet an officer. But I'm like, I'm behind them right now, and they're drunk. If I pull over, they're just going to get away, and, like, they're going to get home, and all the alcohol shit is just out the window. And yeah, but we need you to pull over. We need you to pull over. So I was like, all right. We pull over like a jackass. You know what I'm saying? We pull over. Yo, Distority. Good look on the follow. We end up on the side of the road waiting like 20 minutes as we watch cop cars go by. They're not for us. And then we finally wait for our officer. He shows up. Yo, Mark Starr, good look on the follow. Our officer finally shows up. We tell him what happened. Yo, these dudes were about to jump us. They tried to throw the can at our face. He's like, yeah, they sound like some assholes. I mean, I can file a report if you want. And I'm like, yeah, we want to file a report. Yo, God's heaven, good look on the follow. God's heavenly king, good look on the follow. Exactly. I did grow past that and called, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'll let you know what happened here. So the cop, you know, like I said, he's brushing everything off, and I tell him, no, I want to file the charges. So he takes the report. We go home. A couple weeks go by. My father's like, yo, so what's going on with the case? And I'm like, no, it wasn't the same dude. I'm like, what's going on with the case? And I'm like, I don't know, I haven't heard anything. He's like, yo, you need to call. So I was like, all right. So I called down there, and the dude that answers, he's like, yeah, well, you know, I just got the case today. I'm on it. I was like, okay, all right. Boom, get off the phone. A couple weeks go by. I call back because I haven't heard anything. He's like, yeah, well, we couldn't really find the guy because you gave us an incomplete license plate number. I'm like, no, I didn't. The guy had like one of those dually trucks with the 4 tires in the back, and he hauls stuff. So he had the special truck license plate. I told him, I said, no, it was the truck license plate. This is what it was. He was like, oh, I didn't have that information. Okay, well, we're on it. Motherfucker, it's a license plate. Run that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. Weeks go by. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Come on, don't try. Stop it. Weeks go by, and I call in. No, excuse me. After they said that they didn't have after I told them about the license plate thing, they said they were on it. I just never heard anything again. That was it. That was the end of it, right? Wrong. Fast forward about a year. I am up there with Cinna and her sister, getting them ready for bed. They were young at the time. They were probably like maybe 6 and 7. I was getting them ready for bed. Next thing you know, I look out the window and I see the truck go by. I see the truck go by, right? And there was a girl staying with us at the time. So I run out there and I ask the girl, like, hey, can you keep an eye on them? You know what I'm saying? I need to go follow this truck. So I go downstairs, hop in the car, get right behind this truck. I follow this truck all the way over to Rosemont Road. It gets off, goes to this like place where they sell jacuzzis and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they park there. He lets a couple of guys out. They get into some other vehicles. And then he drives and I follow him. Followed him all the way to his fucking house here in Virginia Beach. Wasn't living in the woods. Here in Virginia Beach, right? Following right to his house with the same license plate number. And then I go home, right? And what's crazy is, he said, lift some weights. I lifted a bunch of weights earlier. Happy Patty. Maybe I'll hit a little bit here in a little bit. But, yo, the place where he dropped the guys off at for the other vehicle, come to find out, my girl who was there that was getting attacked with me, yo, Implex City, good luck on the follow. Her brother-in-law had worked at this place where I saw this guy drop these other people off at. And so, yo, Trigger Nell, good luck on the follow. So I simply call her brother-in-law and I'm like, when somebody orders a jacuzzi or something like that, I was like, what do y'all use to deliver it? Yo, Schlitzo, good look on the follow, yo. And he tells me like they got that big black truck with a dually joint. And I'm like, yo, the people that work with you are the people that were gonna attack me and me and my ex. Yo, Shadows and good look on the follow. So in that one little ride, I found out where the guy lived, his name, and where he works. Yo, Dave TMC, good look on the follow, yo. And the police never found him. The police never even made an effort. Never made an effort. You know what I'm saying? Gave him the license plate number and all that. Never made an effort, right? And then here we are in 2024. That was when the girls were little. Here we are in 2024. And a white lady pulls a gun on me. Pulls a gun on me on the road. And here we are again with the situation. Like, man, I never called the cops, really. But wow, this lady just pulled a gun on me. And she was the one tailgating me, going like, this bitch was the one going crazy. I'm just trying to chill with my dog. Me and my dog just going for a drive and shit. And this bitch is tailgating me, doing all kinds of shit. And then when I'm like, not just bowing down, all of a sudden the bitch waving a gun and shit, right? So, call the police. Call the police. They tell me to pull over again. And I'm like, no, because last time, yeah, but we need you to pull over. Yeah, but can't y'all understand? No, we need you to pull over. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? So I pull over like a jackass, like a fucking jackass. And cop shows up. They take the report. Tell he's not taking it serious. Now here we are, like about 2-3 months later. Nobody's been arrested. And I don't know, to be honest, Scrappy. Because like I said, I haven't been like consistent with the whole working out thing. But basically what I've been told with this lady pulling the gun on me is that even though I called the Virginia Beach police, there's nothing they can do right now. There's nothing they can do because of the fact that she lives one city over in Norfolk. And by the time the cop came and met with me, she had already made it out of Virginia Beach, of course. And since she lives in Norfolk, it's not Virginia Beach's jurisdiction, so they can't just go into Norfolk and get her, even though she brandished a weapon in Virginia Beach. They can't just go get her for that. No. But what I was told was like, hey, one day, if she gets in trouble, then this will come up. I'm like, well, if that happens 10 years from now, am I going to give a fuck? Am I really going to give a fuck? Like, if y'all pick her up 5-10 years from now, am I really going to be so emotional about that fucking gun that I'm going to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to spend my time to come to fucking court now that she finally fell into your arms. Fuck y'all, man. Fuck Virginia Beach, yo. Like, for real, man. That's why, like, yeah, I do need a dash cam. I ain't going to lie, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. I need one because the shit that be happening is just so fucking crazy, yo. And it's like, I've got customers of mine that are in law enforcement, and I'll tell them about some of the shit that I've had go down, and they're just like, yo, like what? And then like I had one dude, like as I'm telling him stuff, he would try to finish my lines and shit, but he would always say something. I'm like, no, like what I would say would be way worse than what he thought, and he's like, oh, oh, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, this shit's just fucked up, man. Like I got pulled over by a cop one time, and to this day, I have no idea why I even got pulled over. I know, Hamilton. No, but to this day, I have no idea why I got pulled over. The dude just pulled me over in my work truck and shit on on an off ramp. And then when he comes to the window, he has like this really deep Southern accent, old white dude. He's like, "Hey, license registration," and I was like, "Okay," and I'm getting it for him. Oh fuck! Not doing that. I don't know where you are. I think I ground this motherfucker into the carpet. I don't do spiders, yo. I don't do no spiders running around here. But yeah, but anyway, the dude, like, I'm getting my license registration for him, and I just asked. I'm like, can I ask why I'm being pulled over, please? He's like, not yet. This is my stop. Why don't you let me handle it, okay? Word for word. And this was years ago, and I'll never fucking forget it because it was such a fucking shocking thing to hear this dickhead say. Like, I was being very polite, and he just decided to be a dick for no fucking reason, right? And so I give him my shit. He proceeds to light me up with like 4 tickets. Like the front license plate bracket was broken, so it was in the dash, improper display. The inspection sticker was expired. There was a couple of things he hit me for. None of it was shit that he could have seen from the back of the vehicle. So like I said, I don't know what the fuck he pulled me for. Still never told me. Yo, Scopey's good look on the follow. But he's in his car writing me these tickets, and all of a sudden his door just flings open, right? Yo, 2 hands, good look on the follow. His door flings open. This motherfucker gets out and just starts walking up on the side of my shit. And he's like looking out, and I was like, is something wrong? And he was like, insufficient tread on your tire. And I was like, is that a ticket? He's like, yup. I was like, this fucking guy. So he gave me 5 tickets. 5 tickets in this one stop, right? I take the truck, get it inspected. They said that it didn't pass inspection, but they said that the tire, because I told them about the tire. What happened? They looked at it. They said the tire's fine. Everybody that I knew said the tire looked fine. I thought the tire looked fine. This dude's just a fucking bully, right? So it's just the world against his opinion, including the inspection place. I go to court. I'm in court, telling the judge I got it inspected. They failed inspection, but they did say that the tire's fine. The whole time I'm talking, the judge never was looking at me. He had his head down the whole time, reading whatever. As soon as I get done talking, he says, the same tire still on the truck? And I was like, yes, it is. He was like, guilty. And I was like, even though I have this paper? And he was like, yep. No, like, yes, because, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Just, yup. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The whole reason you're in court is so that you can argue your side. You know what I'm saying? Just, yup, right? Never lifted his head. So then next thing you know, I go, no, we're in a really fucking crowded ass courtroom. And I go, that's literally what I did. And he goes, all of a sudden he looks up and he goes, excuse me, Mr. Watts. Sorry. But he's like, as long as you're in this courtroom, you will be respectful. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? So, like, not only are we just completely ignoring justice, but you're gonna yell at me? You're gonna yell at me like a little fucking kid in front of everybody because I expressed my displeasure. There's motherfuckers in the courtroom and be like, yo, fuck you, judge. And motherfuckers wild out. I'm in the courtroom and I literally go, because you just ignored all of my fucking evidence. And I go, and now I'm getting scolded, right? Yo, steady swerve, good look on the follow. Yeah, that's what, yo, they don't give a shit, man. They don't give a shit. And look, I'll tell y'all another one. You know what I'm saying? So someone will fucking roll. And I know some of y'all may have heard this, but there's a lot of newer people in here and shit. But like, yo, there was a time when there's a road out here, Harper's Road, and it's like a real skinny country road and shit. And there's a one curve that is like has these like staggered arrow signs on it and shit, right? Because it's a really tight curve with a really deep ditch. And so I just remember I'm going down the road, me and this cop go by each other right on the fucking curve. Right on the curve. Mermaids, no, not that one. It's on Harper's Road. Mermaids, I think, is on what's that? I forgot the name of that road. But yeah, I like Mermaids. But yo, me and this cop go by each other right on the fucking curve. I don't think anything of it. Yo, K1, what's good with you? Yeah, exactly. You got it. And you right on the money. I go by him on the curve, don't think anything of it. Next thing you know, I'm driving. I see this motherfucker flying up behind me and shit. And so I turn into Ocean Gate. And he pulls in behind me. And he tells me that when he went by me on that curve, that he clocked me doing like 55. And it's a 35 mile an hour. And it's, yo, Smithbull, good look on the follow, yo. It's like a 35 road as it is, maybe 45, but on that curve, and the speed limit is lowered because of the curve. So there's no fucking way. There's no way anybody can take that curve doing 55. It's just not even possible, right? So normally, I'm very respectful. But this time, I was like, nah. I said, yo, you're lying. You're lying. And I actually told him, you're lying. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Chino, 69, good look on the follow. I told him. And so next thing you know, this motherfucker goes from saying that he clocked me, right? Because that's what he said. He clocked me. He goes from saying that he clocked me to all of a sudden, he says he's going to give me the benefit of the doubt on speeding. Really? Yeah, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't speeding, jackass. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to give me the benefit of the doubt on speeding, right? But he says, well, what about when you turned into this apartment complex? You turned into the exit side. And I did, right? Because the way they designed it, the exit for some reason is really wide, the entrance is skinny, and then there's a big circle. So you got to come in this little skinny entrance, go all the way around the circle, and then go. So everybody that lived in this side used to just come into the exit and just go straight like that. Everybody do it. Everybody used to do it. But since he was going to be a dickhead about it, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, yo. If you're going to give me a ticket for something I did. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But I won't speed it. So he gives me the ticket, right? But before I go to court, I find out that technically he wasn't allowed to give me a ticket. It wasn't his jurisdiction because even though I turned into the exit side, the only thing that signifies exit and entrance is on the apartment complex's property. These are their markings. These are their rules. I broke the apartment complex's rules. Like if the management wants to come in and fuck with me, then hey, they can say whatever. But I didn't break any city laws. I wasn't on the city street. I'm on private property at this point. So boom, I'm good. I'm going to court. I got my argument. I done learned, you know what I'm saying, a little bit about the law and shit and how it works. I get into court. I remember it was a female judge, and I tell her, like, yeah, no private property, da-da-da-da-da. Tell her everything that happened. He pulled me over, said I was speeding, but obviously he's giving me the benefit of the doubt. And like I said, I kicked the whole private property thing. Lady says, well, yo, Peter Hall, good look on her follow, yo. She just says, well, it's still wrong, so I'm going to have to find you guilty. What? The fuck? What do you mean it's still wrong? There's a lot of shit that's still wrong. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean it's your jurisdiction. That don't mean it's your business. Just because it's still wrong, you know what I'm saying? Yo, write a letter to the management then. You know what I'm saying? But no. They found me guilty. Yo. And, this was back when my money was real tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, really. Like, this is when I was still struggling to raise my girls and stuff like that. Like, my money was real tight. And to add insult to injury, like real insult to injury. Next thing you know, I get this thing in the mail letting me know that now I got to go to a driving school, right? You know why? Because for me turning into that exit, which is private property, that she still found me guilty of. They put it on my driving record as driving on the wrong side of the highway. So I look like a complete jackass on paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit's fucking nuts, man. He said interracial relationships are illegal. What the fuck? Nigga, I done broke the law. like my kids are mixed, yeah? Yeah, it sucks, man. It really does. Yo, aggressive news. Aggressive news. Good look on the follow. Y'all like the name. Nah, but, but all that being said, I kind of went down a wormhole that I wasn't even really intending to go down, honestly, because what I was originally going to say to your comment earlier, Hamilton, was that surprisingly, Virginia Beach seems to have calmed down a lot now. Like, they really seem, I think Pharrell, when Pharrell pulled that goddamn something in the water and said that there's toxicity in Virginia Beach, I think these motherfuckers got on their heels and shit, you know what I'm saying? And things have been a lot different. You don't see nearly as many police, and they're not nearly as aggressive here in Virginia Beach. Now, once you step over that line and carry your ass out in the Chesapeake, it's a whole different ball game. Like, Chesapeake is the beast now. Like, them motherfuckers scare me. And in Chesapeake, anything can be a police car. Like, for real. When I saw that goddamn RAV4 with somebody on the side of the road and that bitch was lit up with blue lights, I was like, oh my God, the world's coming to an end. Yo, Peaceful 88, go look on the follow. You know what I'm saying? And then Suffolk. Yo, let me tell y'all about Suffolk, man. I was out in Suffolk earlier today, man, and the shit is really pissing me off, man. It really is. Now I'm just ranting now and shit, yo. Like, for real. Yo, the OG Wow, good look on the follow, yo. It says Swedish King in the building. But out in Suffolk, I've been bitching about it on multiple streams, how, like, instead of traditional police work, they just putting cameras everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We in this whole Big Brother world and shit, you know what I'm saying? We're like, yo, we should all be doing right, but I don't need a motherfucker looking over my shoulder, like, at every goddamn thing I'm doing and shit. And, like, so these cameras is just absurd to me. You know what I'm saying? There's no discretion that's used, like, that could be used by a regular officer. You might go through an area, get a camera ticket, not even realize it. Since the shit comes in the mail, you might go through that same area, get fucked. By the time you get the first ticket, you might got 5 more coming in the mail. Like, this shit is just dumb. It's dumb as it is. But I'm going through Suffolk today, heading out to my parents' house, and there's an area that they have that's about a good 6-7 mile stretch where it's a work zone. And the speed limits are lower because it's a work zone. Fines are higher. And they let you know it's photo enforced. And the photo things are like on these, they're not like big and robust. They're like on these little fucking wood pegs on the side of the road off in the grass and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like real inconspicuous type shit, right? But, okay. I don't like it. But, okay, it's a work zone. We don't want to hurt the workers. But where are the fucking workers? There's no workers. There's no workers, yo. Like, ever. Like, every time I drive through this stretch of Suffolk, the road looks the same. It's just a bunch of orange barrels everywhere. There's no construction going on any day that I ever drive through there. And so I'm looking at it today, and I'm like, yo, this is a joke, man. I was like, I bitched about this, and I'm looking at it every time I come out here. It's the same thing. And then next thing you know, once I get toward the end of like the 6 or 7 mile stretch, all of a sudden I see there's a work crew. There's a work crew with a big old tar machine and shit, you know what I'm saying? But they're not working on the road. They're laying a new sidewalk. Like, there's all this road that's fucked up, and it's been fucked up for well over a year, you know what I'm saying? And y'all been raking in money because of the fact that, people are just flying through, not realizing. And I'm going to tell you what happened to me today, because I don't know if I'm going to get a ticket coming in the mail. I was coming through that same area. I'm minding the whole speed limit thing. I'm staying at under 40. And then next thing you know, I needed to stop and get some gas. So I'll stop at the gas station. I come out of the gas station. The road is normally a 45 mile an hour road. It looks like it should be 45 miles. It looks like you could even go faster. So I turn out, completely forget about the whole work zone thing. I just start like laying on the gas. I get up to like 45 miles an hour, and I'm just driving or messing with my radio and shit. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Like I'm just hurrying up and dropping speed, praying that I didn't go by a fucking camera. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't intentional. But that's why I say there's no discretion. There's no discretion. It's just bullshit, man. It really is. So, I'm never gonna say shout out to VBPD, but like, yo, I'm glad these motherfuckers done calm their asses down. Because them bitches have been super aggressive in my lifetime, and they've been aggressive during some of this hardest years, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of the years where I really was just trying to be a good father and not be, I wasn't trying to do a bunch of crazy shit. Yo, Media Shower, good look on the follow. I won't try. Like, who the fuck wants to ride around here in cars with hot stickers? Always having to look over your shoulder. Nobody wants to do that. You know what I'm saying? But, like, yo, that's the whole, like, trap to keep you, like, I'm so glad that they got rid of the city stickers. Because it was just like, there's so much shit that, like, even with the inspection sticker thing, like, I feel like, yes, certain levels of inspection on your car are necessary because of the fact that, you don't want a motherfucker on the road. Next thing you know, his tire just flying off and shit and hitting somebody and he's wrecking in the car. So, yeah, there's a certain level of safety that you do want to have. But some of the shit, like the level of inspection that people go through here in Virginia and stuff like that, like, I don't know, man. I just feel like some of it just is a trap to keep poor people poor. Because, like, just like when I was going through it, luckily I was able to get out of that area. But anybody that's poor, that's living in the area that I lived in, they're still getting that same treatment. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make it, but you ain't got the money to fucking get this shit fixed on your car. You got a cracked windshield, can't go get that inspection yet, but you just got pulled over. Now you got an inspection sticker ticket. You know what I'm saying? So now that's money out of your pocket for the ticket, and you still got to get this windshield fixed. You ain't got the money. You're broke. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, is that cracked windshield really that vital to everybody's safety? No, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of shit that, like I say, to me, it's just a ploy to keep, is to keep people in their place, man. Honestly, and it's sad. It really is. Because there's a lot of good people that are going to go through a lot of struggle. And it's not because they want to do wrong. It's because, it's what their bank account dictates. Yo, aggressive. Good look on the hold up. Aggressive nudes. I swear, I love that name, yo. Good look on the sub though. I appreciate that. All right, so now Marv, do you know where we're at? Did we hit 10? Because if we hit 10, I'll let y'all pick one of these drinks and I'll sample it. I can run through the flavors again if y'all don't know. But miss my hair. Oh, and you saw with Prime too. Good look on that. I appreciate that. Because somebody actually explained to me that, like, yo, with somebody, like, they get like a free sub Prime every once in a while, and if somebody subs you with the Prime, that means like they really fuck with you. You say you ready to smoke? Hey, bro. I'm smoking on some magic right now. This shit is fucking mad. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. L Orange 4, man. Beauty. But I am about to get with my homegirl tomorrow, and then supposedly she got something real citrusy too. So I'm very interested in that. So check this go. Look. Yes, sir. Oh, yo, I know that ain't. That's my G. That's VA. What's good, my G?